But I think that's where we need to lead to next is, if you think you've got a problem, where do you actually start? What is the way? One of our listeners thinking, okay, but I think I've got a problem with sleep. What would they do?
Right. So if you can't fall asleep, like initiate sleep, we've spoken about that now. That's a prime. If that doesn't work, then you go to your GP, and your GP may refer you to.
You say institute all these sleep hygiene primary things, and then if that doesn't work, then
right, then to the GP. The GP may prescribe melatonin. I'm still not keen on sleeping tablets, but realistically, they're going to prescribe a sleeping tablet in an older person. It's okay, but do you want to, from your 20s and 30s, be on sleeping tablets for the rest of your life? I'm just against that. So if you go the natural way, natural meaning melatonin, exercising, yoga, do whatever it takes to avoid a sleeping tablet. But as a last resort, obviously they are there, and the new ones most likely will be safer. We'll wait for the validations, etc. But yeah, so that in my opinion is a last resort. I like to get all the underlying stuff sorted out first. So that's initiating sleep. That's quantity. Quality of sleep is when you're sleeping and you get woken up by something. So caffeine does it. In my opinion, it's 2 a.m. The 3 to 4 a.m. is obstruction. So you skrik awake gasping, or you skrik awake and you go to make a wee at night. So most people don't know that the average male who doesn't have prostate issues and things like that shouldn't wake up to make a wee at night. You should go to bed, sleep, wake up at a decent hour and go and do your thing for the day. And they might present to a urologist, they might present to a GP and might not make the connection that there's actually a sleep issue. So when I educate, when I give talks, I've got these golden questions. My golden questions are: do you wake up with a dry mouth? We'll talk more about that in a sec. Do you wake up to make a wee, and do you wake up tired? So the ladies just wake up to make a wee often, but the guys really shouldn't, unless there is
Although that's something that we hear quite often.
Yeah.
From patients.
Yeah. So they shouldn't be waking up. The average male, our age up to 50, 55, 60, should not be getting up to make a wee. You got to think, why are they doing that? Maybe they drink way too much water or alcohol at night, or way too much coffee, because caffeine is a diuretic also. It makes you wee. That's also an issue. But you have to ask the questions. So from an obstruction point of view, if you're going, your airway, nose, back of the throat, tongue is going to block you up at night, you're going to stop breathing. So my critical question is, and this is for more than 60% of patients, do you wake up with a dry mouth? So waking up with a dry mouth, again, is not allowed. But people live with it for years and they end up breathing through their mouths with exercising. So you should never wake up with a dry mouth. You should never wake up to sip water. That all implies mouth breathing. And the other clue is when you exercise, even cardio, whatever you're doing, you should only breathe in through your nose. You should never have to inhale through your mouth. So when you breathe through your nose, warming, cleaning, oxygenation is better. Nitrous oxide production is better, fills your lungs, opens your lungs, and the air reaches the full extent of your lungs. Whereas the mouth breathing is a short breath, and it doesn't do the same. So I get a lot of patients who I convert from mouth to nose breathers by medication or procedure, and they'll run better, cycle better, everything, because they're breathing through the noses. The only people who are allowed to breathe through their mouths are swimmers. Until they can invent something like a magic snorkel which goes from your nose over it. I'm pretty sure they're around somewhere. But then they breathe through their mouth. But then they've been conditioned. You've been swimming for years. Then it works for them. But it was up to me. I would get them breathing through their noses also.